forgot the name of this town. I don't remember if this is Provost or not. Provost is the second city that you visit. Earlier tonight, I got on to play this after initially having to go online to look up how to pull up the map or a map period on Game Boy Advance emulator. If you just press the B, hold down the B button and backspace, you can pull up the map. I think that translates to, on a Game Boy Advance, holding down B and clicking select. But there is a very kind of helpful in-game map that will show your location. You can click a location on the map and it'll highlight where it is. And then that also has like a ship indicator of where your ship is, so you can't lose. It'll be kind of hard to lose your ship. And so before I discovered that was a thing, I actually was looking up kind of what to do after you reach Elfheim and subsequently get the Rune Sword, which is kind of like the only thing to do in the early game. And for those people who don't know, that entails returning to Cornelia, and there's actually a room that requires the Mystic Key to enter there that has two rooms, I think, with 3 chests in them respectively. And there's a saber, a mithril knife, which I ended up giving to Gerard, and some money, I think, and just a bunch of items in there. But nitro powder is one of them. You take that to the kind of Western Keep, I believe, or the Duger Mountains or something like that, wherever those dwarves are, and you give the nitro powder to him and he'll blow up a part of the map that'll let you basically sail beyond the little kind of lake area that you're just kind of trapped in before doing that. But once you get the Mystic Key, you can do a number of things. I kind of forgot already how to do it, but there's like a number of like ways to look it up online. It's fairly easy. And so I went back to the Chaos Shrine after getting the Mystic Key to get the Rune Sword. Earlier tonight, I went back to Cornelia to get the nitro powder to progress the story. Got a mithril knife for my other character. If you return to the Marsh Cave, which is kind of like in Chaos Shrine 2.0, there's a room that you can go back into in the depths of there that I believe just has some money. And Gerard fainted down there, and I chose to continue, but he's leveling up slightly slower now because of that. But that's another way you can use the Mystic Key to get some extra money. And actually, if you go back into the place, that kind of broken castle that you have to beat that boss to get an item to give to Matoya, I believe. If you return there, there's some chests that have some items. So I encourage people to kind of revisit places you've already been in Final Fantasy. There might be a surprise there waiting for you, but I think I'm at a good stopping point as far as just playing this game for the time being. To have like a number of videos ready to be made, and I can't imagine the 60 videos that I have of this game that are, ready to be made are taking up that much space. So I'll continue to kind of just clean out Phantom Breakers, the remaining Phantom Breakers videos that need to be made. Kind of add that to the live streaming that I plan to do with Dazzling Pearl on Citra. So I'll be streaming Phantom Breakers kind of every now and then. Dazzling Pearl, hopefully, kind of like, whenever I have the time, because I really do want to bring people along in like a full Pokemon like playthrough, which I haven't been able to do. And Pokemon Sun and Moon, that generation, that game is one of my favorite games of all time. So the fact that there's like a ROM hack of that game on Citra that has a Pokemon Diamond Pearl twist to it, I couldn't really pass that up. So I'm going to be starting that here shortly. But so those are the two games I plan to stream. Phantom Breakers on rainy days, and then Dazzling Pearl, hopefully, kind of just every now and then, every other night, probably whenever I feel like doing that. I'll hopefully be able to like do it for like a couple hours. In addition to just like playing my Switch every now and then, and the two games on my Switch, which are Legend of Heroes, Trails Beyond the Horizon, and Fantasian. That's really about it. I mean, so the two Switch games, two games I'll be streaming. So I'll kind of like run back down. Dragon Quest 8 and Final Fantasy on the first channel, those are going to be like 10-minute Bandicam voiceovers. And both of those are being uploaded to the first channel. Phantom Breakers and Dazzling Pearl streaming to the second channel. And then Legend of Heroes and Fantasian, respectively, on my Switch. When it comes to Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy, I upload one video of either game 2 days in a row, alternating between the two of them. So I'll upload like one Final Fantasy video a day. Then, a day goes by, I upload another one. Then I'll alternate to Dragon Quest 8. And that's pretty much the upload schedule for both of those games. When it comes to Fantasian and Legend of Heroes, I upload one video of both of those games to either of my channels every day. Phantom Breakers was one upload to the second channel every day, but that's going to stop here shortly, and it'll just be a stream every now and then. And then Dazzling Pearl is kind of more or less the same thing to the second channel as well. So it might seem like a lot, but it really won't. I think people will actually be surprised when they see how quickly I'll start to get through some of these games, especially as I start to get like games like Final Fantasy 8 and Dragon Quest. Games like Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest, like as I continue to play them, the game will get easier. The same will be for Phantom Breakers, which won't really matter too much because that game is much more linear, but I'm just trying to highlight the fact that like as you progress in the RPG, theoretically, the game should be, that's kind of like the whole thing of like a role-playing game. Now, for Fantasian, with how I chose to play that game, there's been a number of times where I've kind of just like done my own thing and tried to like test out certain builds while grinding. Obviously I'm in the middle of a level 80 grind right now in that game, so even though that's a role-playing game, I could probably switch up like my build in an attempt to try to beat the Guardian, but because I'm trying to stay true to the Joss build, I'm really just like focusing on reaching level 80. But outside of games like that, for the most part, as you get, as you play, the world opens up. Going back to Fantasian for a little bit, I'm kind of like, I upgraded Tire Fang, which is something I said I would never do, to Ragnarok. And if I can get 3 Deuce